To everyone at home who dreams of being a superstar DJ, it's time to dream bigger. With FUSER, now anyone, yeah anyone, can be a DJ.
What is up, everybody? It's your girl, DJ Z.O.E, and I'm back again with another FUSER session. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'm so pumped to spend another Thursday with y'all. We're approaching the holidays, so I'm excited to get into some fun mixes. We obviously had some updates come to the game recently, so we can talk about all of those different things that I know people have been pretty excited about. And really, I'm just excited to hang out, especially because I have some very special guests who will be joining me later in stream, some people who are amazing, some of my favorite harmonics coworkers, and they're gonna be hanging out with us, and it's gonna be super fun. But before I get into all of that, there was a couple things I wanted to address before we get into the rest of the stream. Mainly, I wanna talk about events, because events are one of my favorite things you're able to do in FUSER, and I wanna make sure that everybody has all the information they need to be able to participate. So, oh, yeah, okay, I see some friends in here. Morgan, you're gonna have to wait to see who's on with me. Pooja, what's up? Good to see you. UEG, nice to hang again. We talked a little earlier. But for all those people, I know that y'all are old pros at this. I've seen the events that you've been submitting your mixes to. I've seen the mixes you've made. They've been incredible. So y'all need to keep going, but I wanna make sure that everybody who's been playing FUSER, if you're not hip to it already, has a chance to find out everything they need to know to master events. So I'm just gonna do a quick little overview. You see me here in the FUSER main menu. I'm gonna head into social because that's where some of my in-game shows are gonna be going down. So we've got a bunch that have already happened. You can sort of see the results from some of these, starting with Synthpop all the way back when we launched, and now we've been doing them on a weekly basis all the way up to what is just gone live this week, which is Rap Spotlight, which, if you didn't notice, aligns super perfectly with this week's DLC, which I'm obviously gonna talk about as well, because they are some of my favorite tracks, and I can't wait to mix with them and hear what y'all have been doing. But before we get into that, I want to go into first and foremost Rock Vintage, because this is an event that we are currently voting on. So every week a new event goes live, and you're able to submit your mix and be evaluated by community members for a chance to earn some different rewards. So there's a voting reward, and then there's of course submission rewards depending on what tier you get voted in by the community on your mix. So what you can do, head down. This is an event that's already passed. Obviously, I can't submit mixes anymore, but I do have 3 days left to vote. So what I do is I'll go into evaluate mixes, and this gives me a chance to listen to what people worked on and submitted for this event, of which the criteria was to submit a mix that's rock tinged using a specific custom instrument, which was vintage drums. Okay. Already love this person's because they threw that Jolene track on, which y'all already know is my favorite. With a little symphony of destruction. Yes, this is perfect. This is spot on the content that you're looking for in the mixes. This person listened to the brief. This is a rock-inspired mix, obviously, which you can tell from Here Comes Your Man 2. And there goes the custom instrument track. This person's avatar looks really good as well. So I already really like their mix, love the different discs they decided to use. So I'm gonna go ahead and like this, but not only am I gonna like it, I'm gonna upvote it, because in my mind, this is a great mix for rock vintage. Not only does it have the appropriate genres mixed in, they're mixing different discs together. We still have some different juxtaposing genres coming together, like Lady Marmalade being dropped into the middle of this, and they obviously knew what they were doing when they dropped their own custom instrument track using vintage drums, just like the outline of the event says too. All right, so there we go. Let's see, is that sound coming through for everybody now? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do one more mix so that y'all can hear it this time. But what I'm gonna do is head into, like I said, this is the window where I'm able to evaluate mixes that people have submitted for different events. Love this person's avatar. People use audio effects. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That tells me you've spent plenty of time in FUSER and you know what you're doing. I mean, they're using Can I Kick It and Erase Your Low Respect, so obviously they know what they're doing. Alright, so we've got clocks, we've got Killing in the Name, rockin' rock vintage.
That keeps you in the back roads by the rivers of my
Campbell track.
It keeps you ever gentle on my mind.
Yeah, I quite like this mix. They're gonna get a snapshot, but I don't know if I can give away that upvote just yet till I see those drums.
Gentle on my mind. Swaying to the symphony.
All right, so that was a great mix. I can tell from this person's majorette hat that they're probably an events pro at this point, but there's a difference between liking and upvoting mixes in events. So I like that mix, it sounded great, but upvoting is to me saying I want this person to be at the top of the leaderboards. This is somebody who deserves that top 5% reward, which, not that they don't deserve it, they may very well may, but I'm looking for people that are actually looking at the brief. We asked for vintage drums, a custom instrument, as well as a rock tinged mix. So even though that mix was amazing, I'm gonna go ahead and upvote people that have fulfilled the entirety of the creative brief that's been put before them. So one thing to note, after you've evaluated mixes, you're gonna earn XP that's gonna help you level up and unlock different on-disc content by collecting different tokens, which are used for both music and style. So you can unlock different outfits for your avatar, you can unlock different, like I said, on-disc music that you can use through campaign, that you can use in freestyle, wherever you see fit. So we've obviously evaluated mixes here, but then you also can submit mixes to be evaluated. So right now, you'll notice that voting was open for last week's event, and now submissions are open for this week's event. You've got 3 days left to submit, so if you haven't already, get in there and get into Rap Spotlight. I mean, like, this is it, man. Like, this is my event. This is my favorite genres of music because it's so diverse and there's so much you can do with it. So it's kind of that perfect time to submit something that's super creative and unique to you. So a couple things to note. You'll see the different submission rewards that are available to you depending on what tier you get upvoted to, if you do. But if you don't win one of those rewards, you can still get some rewards given to you by voting for mixes. So if you vote for 10 mixes, that means upvoting 10 different mixes. You'll actually be able to keep vocal ad-libs in your crate, which is the custom instrument you're being asked to use when you submit a mix. So I haven't submitted my mix to the event yet, but before I do, I'm gonna make sure that I go into freestyle, select a crate that sort of aligns with what my task is right here, and just practice, because obviously people are listening to these mixes. You see how I just evaluated that mix. It didn't have that rock vintage drums, so you wanna make sure whatever you're creating actually aligns with what's being asked of you for that specific event. I find that that's gonna give you the best chance to be upvoted and earn these awesome rewards that you can win if you participate with these events. So make sure you're looking in your social tab on the FUSER main menu. Check out some past events that have gone on. You can still see what the tasks were for these. You can look at some of the top voted mixes, which are amazing. Oh, this actually landed on it perfectly. City Can't Judge Me was one of my favorites. I believe that was one of the general favorites of everybody that I was talking to for that week. But we've got some amazing events, or excuse me, some amazing mixes from the events Past vs. Future, Synth Pop. So spend some time in social, and if you're brave enough, which I hope you will be, because you know it's good vibes only, especially on the FUSER sessions, submit a mix, show us what you got, and give us a chance to listen to your own signature style. If you have any questions about events generally, be sure to pop them in chat, head to our Discord, or follow us on all socials at FUSER Game, etc., etc. You know where to find us. We'd love to talk more about this because we want to make sure y'all are getting the most out of playing FUSER. So if there's any more questions about events, drop them in chat. I see some people are... Oh, okay, I see Fritzy Cats is saying that they're into hip-hop more. Looking forward to Notorious B.I.G. getting into FUSER. Bruh, you and me both. I was just listening to some Life After Death today. But yes, absolutely. There's some amazing tracks in here. This week, actually, I can show you Feel So Good, which is one of my favorites. Wu-Tang Gravel Pit, Wu-Tang Clan for life. And then also Sugar Hill Gang have made appearances in FUSER this week, right on time for the Rap Spotlight event. So if you're not hip to it, get hip to it and spend some time in events. I have talked for far too long. I want to actually take some time to bring in my very, very special guest that I'm super excited to hang out with today. We're going to have them on stream. There's some familiar faces you might recognize, one of them being our VP of Creative, Helen. We've got the homie Riley coming through, and then we also have one of my favorite people on the face of the earth, Savannah, who have all been nice enough to donate some time, hang out with me, and spend some time talking about some FUSER stuff. What's up, y'all?
Hey! Hello!
I'm so excited
Awesome.
You're here.
I'm so excited I had a reason to wear lipstick.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to finally spend time together. Y'all don't know, but these are the people that keep me lifted when we were back in the office, and being away from you has been so difficult. They all kind of sit in the same area, and just like walking by you is just like the best lift for anybody's spirits you could ask for. Like, it's just, I miss you. I miss being close to you so much. So thank you for hanging out with me on stream today.
Thank you for having all of us. And I miss the fact that you always walk by and compliment all of us on something every single day. And now I feel generally crappy about myself because I this boost constantly.
You know what? I think I'll just start calling all of you first thing in the morning. Like, hey guys, let me just shower you with some compliments and love this morning, get you started, start this day off right, and it'll just sort of make up for it, I think.
Totally in for that.
Yes, super into you still do that for me. We'll be in stand-up and I'll get a little like Slack message from Zoe like, you're looking so good today. I'm like, oh.
You know, you gotta, these people in the chat already know it's good vibes only, and that's all the time. It's not just on FUSER sessions. Actually, as Helen can attest to, I'm just vibing. I'm just trying to vibe and just bring good vibes to other people. And that's what we're all about, which, can we also say I'll say how much I appreciate a stream full of women that work in video game development. This is no small thing. This is amazing, right?
I actually didn't even really notice, which
exactly
something about how the studio has been lately.
Yes, 100%. I mean, last week I had Pooja on, and she's amazing. I know y'all saw her in the Diplo vs. the World event. She was on mixing with us last week, submitted some incredible mixes. Some will be sharing on socials across FUSER in the activity feed, so keep a lookout for that, because Pooja's been putting in the hours, y'all. I mean, this girl has put in hundreds, actually, at this point, I'm sure, of hours, but like, she's been amazing. We had Story Mode Bay that worked with us for the Live Nation events. We had Zombie Kills, like some really incredible femme streamers, black women. Like, I love to see it. So thanks for being here and doing it with us. Let's yes, who runs the world? Beyonce, actually, not girls. Beyonce. All right, so let me not neglect this chat. I see y'all, and I definitely want you to know that we're going to spend some time, first and foremost, evaluating mixes. Before we do that, I am going to shut my mouth really quick and give y'all a chance to introduce yourself. Helen, why don't we go ahead and start with you? Just, tell us your name and about what you do at Harmonix.
Sure, I'm Helen, HMX Hellion on the socials, and I'm the VP of Creative, which is the best job at the studio. So art, audio, and design report up to me, and Savannah works with me. She'll tell you about that and makes everything happen and is amazing. And I've been at the studio 17 years. So anything you guys want to know about FUSER history or general harmonics history, I'm here for you.
Yeah, that's actually a great point. If you have questions about that, drop them in, because I don't think there's many better people you could ask than Helen, both for factual information and it be told in an entertaining way. So like, anything you want to know about harmonics, anything you want to know about, the origins of FUSER, some of the lore, thanks Riley, make sure to drop some questions in chat and we'd be happy to answer that. So thank you, Helen. Riley, why don't you go ahead and tell us, well, Riley, everybody knows you. You're stream team, you're an OG, we already know, but go ahead and tell us anyway.
Well, that's exactly what I was gonna say. For those who are here for the first time, actually, so I was on stream for Able Gamers, but I haven't been on stream a lot in this past year just because of COVID and whatnot. But I'm Riley. I'm the HR benefits administrator at Harmonix, so like of course I'm on stream right now. But I've been on the stream team for a handful of years, and I'm coming up on my 5-year at Harmonix, so it doesn't matter if it has nothing to do with my job. I will make time for streams. So I'm here and I love it.
That's true, and we love you for it. Resident, expert commentator. I almost said commentarist, but I don't think that's correct. It's commentator. You know all about the happenings, what's going on. You've got you're like a movie buff. You know a little something about a little something TV shows. If anybody's looking for something good to watch, Riley's the person you need to. She'll have a rec for you. That's what I've gathered thus far. So everybody's bringing a little something to this stream today. Let's hear about you, Savannah. Tell us who you are and what you do with us at Harmonix.
Yes, I am Savannah. I am the EA at the studio, and I support Helen, who's like one of the coolest people ever in the world, and our CEO and one of our other executives. And I also work alongside Riley on the operations team. So I help plan our events and some other biz dev stuff. And yeah, just keep the vibes immaculate in the
True.
executive.
True, and everywhere else you've ever been, probably for the duration of your entire life, I would imagine. Like, I hope y'all hear it on stream. This girl's laugh was like medicine to everybody's ears when we were in the office. It's just so good. Resident fashionista, resident vibe curator. I think we could fairly call that. Is that a job title? Helen, can I get that on my business card? Vibe curator?
Yeah.
Can we, Mariko, can we print that somewhere, please? Thank you so much. I think she heard me. She's got it. But let's go ahead and hop into FUSER, because not only are all y'all amazing people that work super hard at Harmonix, hooking us up with everything from deals to make games, all the way to making sure that we have everything we need to function on a day-to-day basis, but also, y'all all know something about music. Helen, you've been playing music like forever. Well, before all of this, of course, you've not been playing out now, but you've been playing music live for a minute now, yeah?
Yeah, I actually saw a question go by from Nerdcore MMA. I played in a band called Tijuana Sweetheart that was originally called The Giant. We did have a song called Seven on Rock Band and FTK, and Guitar Hero 2, I think. And I think we have a bunch of other DLC songs on Rock Band too. But yeah, I've been playing for a while. I play. I'm just getting back into it. I play in a band with another harmonics person named Mike Soltoff. The band's called So because I'm obsessed with Battlestar Galactica.
That's true. Obsessed. The tattoos to prove it.
Oh, that's right. I was like, wait, do I? Yeah, I do.
Well, I think this is the perfect event for us to start evaluating mixes with you, because it's rock vintage, and like, if you can't tell from the beautiful axes on this wall behind her, Helen's sort of a rock goddess. So let's get into rock vintage. I want to hear what y'all think about these mixes. Y'all already know I'll tell you what I think about these mixes. As a reminder, please feel free to make some commentary in chat. Let us know what you're vibing with. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you might do, but make sure it's good vibes, positive and constructive criticism only. No hate, no shade. There's enough of that out there. We do not need to bring it in here. So let's go ahead, get into evaluating some mixes and see what y'all have been making. I can't wait. Wow, I feel like I'm talking like 1,000,000 miles per minute. I'm so excited that you guys are here. It's like freaking Christmas.
I was gonna say earlier, I feel like we're on stream with the three people that Harmonix employees miss the most. Like, that doesn't include me, by the way. That's you. That's you. I'm like serious. I feel like people mention it all the time. Whenever Savannah hops on for a company announcements, the chat just like goes insane. Like everyone.
Aww. I'm sorry, real quick. I want to come back to that, but do you hear this saxophone that is just going off in this mix? Like, we asked for rock vintage. They gave us Evanescence, Blue Oyster Cult, a custom instrument, and then custom saxophone. Like, that's not rock how I normally listen to it, but I am so with it.
This person knows you so well, Zoe. Like,
I
They're
swear,
playing
these people hold me down. Like, well, not all I said. I've been saying for 6 months, like, I exclusively listen to Donna Summer and saxophone, and they just bring me the most perfect, beautiful mixes that are like, just, satisfying my soul. Oh, with the fade out, dropping this out, but keeping that sax into the end. Like, I think this person has always watched every stream I've done, has been taking notes, and made a mix that they should have called it For Zoe, I Love You. Like, that would have been more appropriate. Well, that got a big fat upvote from me. Nice. I don't know what y'all would have done, but I have the controller, so sorry.
I'm just gonna go and make a make a mix called This Is For Zoe, I Love You now.
You know what? We actually had somebody in chat, UGE Spartan 300, who has been hanging out with us since I think we started doing this, who made a mix for DJ Z.O.E. That was like, y'all know I'm soft. Y'all know I almost cried.
Oh, so good.
But this though, this is not, well, I guess it's rock. There's the rock vintage drums, but like, my prerogative with that push it with Otis spreading in it now.
Right?
Okay.
I almost texted you the other day, Zoe, to tell you that you, to me, are the guitar part in Donny Hathaway's This Christmas. So I was like listening to it, and I was like, just like feeling it. I was just like feeling your presence in the car.
You can't say stuff like that to me.
What's up, that one?
Y'all talk about something. I need a second.
If that's the thing that I say that makes you emotional, wow.
I am sweating, and there are real human tears in my eyes right now.
This is how bad I am at sincerity. That's like the nicest thing I've ever said.
No, I think that was just, you know what? Let's tie it all together. Just like these people who are hanging out with us in chat make mixes that speak to my soul, that's just like Donny Hathaway speaking in music terms, thinking about me like, Helen, like, stop. It's just
This is wicked fun. I like checking out people's mixes.
Yeah, you know what? I do love evaluating event mixes, but I've already gotten my full 10, so I get my voting report. And I know that some people are in chat who want us to watch their mixes specifically live while they're watching with us. So I always really like to do that because I have found some really dope mixes, and there's some people who have been, like I said, watching these FUSER sessions since we started all the way back in August, and seeing how far they've come, like talking about like when can I pre-order versus like now they're kicking my ass making incredible mixes I couldn't do. Like, it is super, super dope. So y'all in chat talking directly to you, that is anybody who's watching on twitch.tv/FuserGame, on the Harmonix Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube. Go ahead and drop your username, your FuserName into chat, wherever it is. I'll try to take a look. I've got a couple different people who are monitoring this, so we'll try to get to everybody that we can, because I want to make sure that we get a chance to hear what y'all are making and hear what y'all are excited about. So let's see, I'm checking in the Harmonix chat. I don't see anybody there quite yet. All right, let's see. Nobody in Facebook yet, but what's up, Matthew? What's up, Jesus? Let's get into YouTube. Sebastian, good to see you. Good to see you. Oh my God, so nice. Justin, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. But here we go. We've got some names coming into the FUSER game chat. I'm going to type my best. We've got M. We've got R-E-D. Red Boy. Oh, I'm not typing. Red Boy. Oh, I'm not typing in the right window. Here we go. That would be helpful. M4. You know what? This thing is like messing up everything. Every time I type one word, every window on my computer like goes away. It's a freaking mess. But I'm gonna get you, Red Boy. Let's go. M4. Red Boy. I should be able to find you now. Yes, 1338. Okay. Where's your avatar? I can't see it. Whatever. I make myself laugh. Let's go in and see. Can I one of your mixes? Okay, so let's see. Dealer's choice. Let's see. We've got new mix. Rise up, my girls. I'm with my girls. Let's see what my girls are doing. Okay. I'm ready for it.
I want to see who the girls are.
All right. Already, the Rabbit Tree, one of my favorite stages.
Work.
All right, well, I'm biased. It's got Lizzo, so I'm already on board. Ooh, with the little effects.
Yes. Lady Marmalade is one of my favorites.
Of all time.
Yeah.
That we know how to become number one. Oh my God, I was literally just going to say one of my favorite things to do is to throw in the loop effects on the end of push it so you get... It's not.
Hi, Zoe.
Hey! Is that my boyfriend?
It was your boyfriend, yes.
Good to see you, boo. I wish I could see you, boo.
That's the bath, so you'd be extra. Like.
M4 Red Boy, killing mix. That was incredible. Very appropriate for this stream too. Thanks for starting us off with excellent vibes. Love your use of effects. I don't know. I have no constructive criticism even. Love the effects.
Love
the
it.
discs that were played. Love the energy. Love the vibe. Like, made us all feel good. 10
Salt and
out of 10.
pepper is that's the way to get my instant upvote. Like, I just love everything in their whole oeuvre.
I actually saw them perform live a couple years ago at
Oh
the
my
Essence
God.
Festival in New Orleans. It was truly life-changing. It was so crazy. It was like Queen Latifah and Salt and Pepper, or Brandy came out, Missy Elliott. It was like this curated ode to women in hip-hop. It was Remy Ma came on stage. It was insane.
What?
Oh my God, it was so crazy. Let me go ahead and look for some other usernames. Yeah, it was no words. All right, let's get hip to it. All right, so that was a killing mix. I'm gonna try to go in order. Oh, we've got Stork in a Cool Hat, who I am going to go to their page because this was actually a featured mix in the activity feed this week because it was fire. So let me go find, sorry, it takes so long to type, a cool hat. All right, Stork in a Cool Hat. I want to listen to what else you've been making. Did I type that wrong? Oh, FUSER fan,
love
that's what
that
it
name.
is. That's what it is, right?
That's amazing.
9502. Let's try that one. Yes, we've got Stork in a Cool Hat, who, if you didn't see it already, head to the main menu in FUSER because you made a mix that was so fire, we had to feature it. It was Comeback, which was actually your submission for the Giving Me Chills event. So I think let's go in. Oh, we have your. Oh, should I wait till next week to listen to your Rap Spotlight event? I'm so indecisive. No. I want to hear a Rap Spotlight one, so I'm gonna go into your most recent mix and listen to what you've been working on. Loved your mix from last week for Giving Me Chills. So let's see what else you've got in store for us. Love the fit.
I was just getting ready to say that. I am loving the fit.
Yeah, as our resident fashionista, give us an overview of like your impressions of these avatars.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that puffer is amazing.
Fire.
Yeah, Savannah, when did you order those to get sent to everybody in the company? Like,
Got you.
yeah, all right. Well, you said it. Y'all heard her. This was on stream. This is recorded. No takebacks, dog. None. Ooh, I love that. With that don't sweat the technique bass, it's just so soft but fire. Oh, and there comes that custom instrument right on top, vocal ad-libs. I love to hear it. Love the ambient vibes. We've been talking a lot. If you've been tuning to the most recent user sessions, we've been talking a lot about how less is more and how making space and mixes can actually be one of the most profoundly impactful things rather than like button mashing and dropping a ton of discs, but actually giving your mix a second to like breathe, make some space for something like vocal ad-libs. Because if there was like a super busy instrument part in there, it wouldn't have been as effective, right? But the fact that we could focus on that vocal, get a little bit of that bump, 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 bump. You know, that's how I speak now. I only talk in like dying FUSER loops. That's it.
Oh, now.
Yeah, now. I never did that before. But yeah, Stork in a Cool Hat. You've done it yet again. Another killing mix. Y'all, if you're looking for somebody who is incredible, go ahead and follow Stork in a Cool Hat, aka FUSER fan. Let's go ahead and view player so that y'all can see their profile because you do not want to miss out on their mixes. FUSER fan 9502. Go ahead and drop them a follow for some great music.
So
all right.
good.
While I'm evaluating some of these mixes, I'm gonna head into my profile really quick because I want to make sure we give people a chance to play with us live on stream. So if you want to go ahead and follow me at FunwayBAT1621, we're gonna hop into a co-op freestyle session. If you're interested, go ahead and follow me here. I'll go into a private one and invite everybody who's live online on FUSER. So go ahead and follow me on either Yes Basra Khan or FUNWABAT1621 FunwayBat that you can see right up here. While y'all are getting ready to play, I'll keep this up for another second if you're trying to open up FUSER and write it down. While you're playing, we're gonna evaluate a few more mixes. So let's get into it. All right, hopefully y'all wrote it down. But if not, I'll go ahead and drop it in the chat in a little bit if you need me to. But let's get back into evaluating some mixes. I'm just gonna head into the social hub and try to hear, try to see if there's anything. Ooh, rock the electronic rap. Let's see what that looks like. Don't neglect your titles, y'all. When you're submitting to events, when you're just exporting mixes, like, give me a good title. I want to be inspired. I love your avatar.
Off the stage.
Yeah.
Is the way.
So bold.
Yeah, that Ghost and Stuff track does not come to play. Like, that's not for the faint of heart.
I love that we got Kelly Name. Like, it's so cool.
It is.
I have learned a lot about that band recently and how a lot of the guitar sounds are made in weird ways, and it's awesome. That was non-specific, but guitar. Yeah.
This is kind of rock the electronic rap. Yeah, that was slick. I'm into it. Love mixing like genres you don't expect, right? Like, I'm not looking for 50 Cent on top of Rage Against the Machine, but surprise, I am looking for 50 Cent on top of Rage Against the Machine. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go in and look for some other mixes because I'm actually super excited about one. Y'all, I got friends in high places. I have another friend who's been watching us in these streams for a minute now who made a mix for me.
Oh,
Who
is it?
This is Banana Peaches, who let me go ahead and make sure I have your right name. DJ Master 5541. I believe that you are a DJ Master. Let's get into it. 5541 is what I said. So, what's up, Banana Peaches? I actually follow you too. I could have literally looked like that, but it's fine. View more mixes. Zoe.
Join me.
That's so cute.
Oh my god. I'm ready.
I will. Why am I crying all stream?
Because we're here.
Okay. Let me get together. Oh, love the avatar.
Yes.
My people know me, dog. You see hot stuff already on that deck?
Yes.
See, Banana Peaches, I already told you. I don't mind that it's basic. You just said it. Less is more. Give me space. Let me listen to Donna.
No?
Perfect transition into Hoop There It Is. Y'all know I know the use of the double vocal when it's done right too.
Oh, that is my favorite to mess with.
Oh, this is the one.
Alright. Banana Peaches, that is Zoe and you. That's perfect. I think any three of you could tell them that, like, I mean, these people see how hype I am on stream every week, but they don't know that that's, like, me as a human being. Like, just that loud and rambunctious most of the time. So, like, that mix was me. A little Donna Summer on top of some groovy all-star drums, and then just that driving forward double vocal, because your girl's loud as hell that I might as well have two mouths. Yes, that was perfect for me. Savannah's laughing, but she's like, ha, it's true as shit. Like,
I'm so curious, like, is there like a tip, like a secret to layering vocals like that? Because it could be like a total
yes
mess,
that's
but
a
it
great
works.
question.
Like for some, it works.
It is sort of, there are tricks, and I would, actually no, it's not a trick, it's just putting the time in more than anything. It's like, if you spend enough time in FUSER, you're going to get familiar with your loops. I mean, just through playing these FUSER sessions, I can't tell you how many songs that the community requested that maybe I wasn't, like, because of my own musical bias, playing with too much, but after getting hip to it, you hear it once, you're like, oh, I love that sound, and then you sort of get this, I don't, for vocals anyways, it's like, I try to style it by like, oh, let me find all the songs about love. Like, let me try to put those together and see if I can make a sentence with different vocals or try to do something.
Ooh.
But you can only do that when you know exactly where you're going to find specific words, when you know exactly where you're going to find specific, like, you can kind of, like, probably make a chord using vocals if you, like, get really into, like, I'm not doing that. That's
Oh my
too much.
God,
That's
yeah.
okay. That's a Rachel thing. She can handle that on the audio team. But, like, there's a lot you can do that if you plan it with effects specifically. Like, I've done it where I'll loop a track in one place and then have vocals from 3 different songs on with one drum beat, and I'll keep the drum beat on, and then I'll add the individual vocals on top of that to make a sentence or to make something. Or, you know, if I want to have, I'm trying to think of a specific example with vocals, but, you know, where the Billie Eilish comes in with duh, you can have somebody ask a question and then duh comes in right after that, if you know exactly what you're mixing with. And when you keep in mind that, like, we're dropping new DLC every week, like, there is always that process to be done of spending time in freestyle, getting super familiar with your loops, and, like, just finding a way to, I don't know, I think that sort of points to highlighting parts of songs that maybe you wouldn't have paid exclusive attention to before. Because that's true for, like, double vocals, but it's also true for 4 guitars on a track, right? Like, who knew Brad Paisley's banjo and Symphony of Destruction would go together? But they do. Like, if you do it in the right key at the right time, in minor versus major, like, those are all decisions that have to be made. But there's not a trick other than, like, get in freestyle, select your crate, and figure out exactly what you want to do.
Yeah, I would say listening to, for like you were describing, like the timing of when certain, like, vocal loops hit. So, like, some, you'll be like, oh, that comes in on the 3, or that comes in on the 4, and that's, like, you can find ways to, you'll just remember that particular track has something that comes in on, like you said with Billie Eilish, it comes in on, like, the 3, and then you can use it.
And for those that, like, maybe aren't as musically inclined as you are, there's visual cues, right? Like, there are authored pickups. People actually went and took the time. Our amazing audio team has given you a visual marker that says, hey, this is an important part of the music. So if you're super intimidated by the idea of, like, how could I remember 100 and something songs and every single part of 32 bars of music, and all of them have different, like, that's a lot of all 4 different instruments. Like, that's maybe too much for you to think about right now as a whole, but break it down and use all the tools that are available to you, right? Like, get in freestyle and just start with 1 page of songs, start with 8 songs, and just start listening to them. Keep an eye on where you see those cues coming, and maybe you don't listen to all of them, but start to guess, like, okay, I'm hovering over this, I see that there's a pickup coming in 3 beats, let me drop it and see what happens. Just starting to sort of alter that thought process is gonna help you think about music in bite-sized chunks that ultimately will totally shift your perspective of how you're making mixes, right? And I mean, hang out in the FUSER sessions, because this is all I do is talk about this stuff. So come talk to me, get in our Discord, you know, ask some questions.
Pooja and Morgan are both pointing out too that using volume is a really good way.
Right, totally. And the swap, right? If you're using deck controls, like in the beginning of Salt and or Push It, you can have one vocal going and then accentuate it with the salt and pepper here, salt. Like, if you use that swap, which is exactly what it sounds like. Thank you, Riley, for confirming the accuracy of my impersonation. Spot on. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot you can do. Also, like, you can head into your crate and just preview songs and listen for different themes that you might be interested in. But yes, that is something you can do, and it takes a minute, but it's also worthwhile, because I think that's when you have the difference between, like, oh, I'm hearing this and I'm surprised at how good it sounds, versus I'm doing this and I know exactly what is going to happen when I drop this disc. Like, being surprised is dope, but I think that, like, expert FUSER player, they're not surprised because it was intentional. So to that point, we're gonna hop in a co-op freestyle and play some FUSER with the community, because I miss y'all and I only get to do this on stream once a week. So we're gonna hang out and go in and actually highlight one of the newest features, which we're super excited about, that came out in the most recent 1.2 patch, where you can adjust the length. Yes, Morgan, look at them, they're beautiful. Look how you can adjust the turn lengths, which, just because we can, we will. We're gonna have people mixing for 64 bars, and we're gonna go 2 rounds. I'll keep it sort of small, because I wanna make sure we give everybody a chance to hop in. But our team had worked super, super hard, taking some of the feedback that we saw from the community, from players, hearing what you do, what you don't like, and doing our best to make sure that this experience, like I said, is everything you need it to be. So our team worked their butts off to get this patch happening, get some of that feedback from the community addressed, and one of the dopest things to come out of it is the fact that you can adjust individual rounds of co-op freestyle, which is super fun and amazing because we know that y'all want to like keep going and going and going. So we're going to give you the chance to do that. So we're going to hop into this co-op freestyle session together. If we did not get to your mix, don't worry. I know that I still have a mix of you from UEG Spartan, but don't stress. We're going to go back and evaluate some mixes at the end of stream. I just want to make sure we get a chance to mix with y'all a little bit before these incredible ladies have to go about their business. All right. Yes, thank you, Banana Peaches. Shout out to you too. That mix was great. Appreciate it. Yes, I can post the FUSER name. I'm going to go ahead and drop that in chat really quick while we're waiting. B-A-T. Funway Bat, I'm gonna level with you. I can't remember the number off the dome, but I think it's 1621, if somebody can maybe confirm that. But if you look up Funway Bat, I think the name will show up anyways. And I'm gonna go in right now and invite some players. Pooja, I see you in there. Thanks for hanging out again. We're gonna invite everybody who's watching over here. And if you don't have me, if you can't find me on social, or excuse me, on FUSER, go ahead and follow any of these people and they can also invite you to this co-op session. Red Boy, I see you. We've got some other friends right here. What's up? Storking a cool hat. Don't show me up too bad. My friends are on stream this week. All right, I think we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and invite these players and see who hops in to join us. Designed a new avatar today, going for the cozy vibe because we got 1,000 inches of snow today.
So much.
How much is up by you, Helen?
2 feet. Still going.
We chose this. Like, we all actively chose to live here.
I don't know why we don't live in Hawaii. It's really stupid.
Right.
Foolish. Fake flat and foolish. I can't believe it.
It's
All right,
really
we're
dumb.
getting a full round here. I love to see it.
I love the variety in the looks. Like that's like my favorite thing. I know the game is about the music, but like the character creator is just so awesome.
I mean, Riles, you cannot separate good music and good aesthetic value. Like, some of our favorite artists we remember because of specific looks. Like, there are some pieces of clothing that I cannot look at without thinking of a musical artist because of how important fashion is to music. Like, if you think that I was like 7 not trying to dress up as Lil' Kim for Christmas with my mom yelling at me, like, you're out your mind.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the first time I saw Joan Jett on television, I was like 2, and she was on like the Tonight Show or something. I don't even know why I saw it, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna be that. Like, whatever that person is and what their deal is, I'm gonna be exactly like that.
Helen, that explains so much.
I know. That was my first time
That
seeing
should be
like
the first thing you tell everybody you meet.
I was like, oh, there's something about her. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
I'm that.
This just shows how different we are. Like, I saw Hannah Montana and I was like, yes. Yes, that's me. Although, you know what? Miley's got like a Joan Jett thing going on now.
That's
so like,
true. That is real true.
I listen to Wrecking Ball at least once a week.
ooh, yes.
I think I listen to Party in the USA like once every 3 months maybe. Like, I just need it. I'm like, let me put my hands up. They're playing my song.
Right, new music is fantastic. Like, would recommend. I'm a huge Miley fan.
Oh, yeah. We're not
Yes.
artists here. We've got some, like, user masters in this session right now, actually. These are some people I've played with a few times, and, like, we've got a good crew. I know that these people know what they're doing.
I love some Orion.
Yes.
Is Orion in chat? Oh, no.
No, just Time for Crime.
Oh, Time for Crime dropped in, yes. That's definitely a user favorite. Blinding Lights also fits with everything. Like, there is nothing it's not perfect in. Go off, Whitney.
I'm loving this set too. Oh, these colors.
Ooh, I like this too. I get too snapshot happy. I'll watch like one co-op freestyle and it's like I took too many. Just button smashing, stealing moves.
So good.
That's why you have to move. Like, that'd be loud.
Oh, okay, mode change. Wow, Time for Crime always sounds good.
It does.
Stir Fry was one of those songs that after PAX, it just like, I would wake up with it faintly blaring in my head. Just like that and Don't Fear the Reaper. After that convention, it was just like, whew. I watched a video recently that was a PAX recap that Sussman did an interview for, and like I just heard the mix in the background. I was like, what is that? Like, where's it coming from? Like, am I just hearing this in my head again?
You'll never be able to hear any of these songs without immediately like thinking of the games.
You know,
And we had that trailer going on like over and over too while we were working. Like Bad Guy, that makes me think of FUSER.
Yeah. I'm just so happy this game's out in the world. I know it's been a while. It's been like over a month, but like it's so awesome to see you guys playing. We're so happy that you're making mixes and having fun and being creative, and it's like a real labor of love for the studio. We've been working on it for so long, and just the team put so much heart and effort into it, and I'm so glad you guys are playing. And you know, bring your friends in. Let's do this.
Yeah, I can't tell you, like, I have enjoyed doing the FUSER sessions, but I can't tell you how much more I enjoy playing with the community and not just showing up every week like, look how amazing this thing is that you can't play. Like, it was torture for a minute, especially because, like, I was right. I called it, but these people would get in and, like, literally day 1, day 2, day 3, killing it with your creativity. I mean, just, like, making moves, different things, and audio effects, and these different, like, using tools I hadn't thought of playing for months, and it's just like, we all know that at Harmonix, we like really believe that music is better shared, and I think that this is like the perfect example of seeing that in real time. Like, I love music, I'm good at music, and I became better when I shared it with somebody else, and that's like, that's everything. Okay, I love these horns too over there. I'm gonna throw in some Unicorn Princess, which is another FUSER fave and Harmonix fave.
Love Ha.
Play that horn, man. Yeah, this person's killing it on those custom instruments. Okay, guys, tell me if you agree. Doesn't this wizard emoji low-key remind you of Sussman?
It reminds me of the sad Daniel Slack emoji. Which is obviously an inside joke, but we got a nice little emoji on our Slack with a little cropped out pic of Daniel.
I just think when we did the press tours, this is like anytime I'd be mixing against him, I would just somehow, I don't know how, gravitate towards this emoji, and now I can't play without being like, oh, Sussman.
One time he played a show and he was trying to wear a leather vest over no shirt to play the show, and we were all like, no. You cannot do that.
I don't know.
Why did you just date him?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Good tea. That was good tea.
Yeah, a long time tea on everyone. And that one's so light.
Oh, come on, Sugar Hill Gang. This is one of my favorites, but also Rapper's Delight, one of my favorite songs of all time. One of the first songs I ever learned how to play bass to, actually. And I only did that because it's, if you learn Rapper's Delight, you know that and Good Times by Chic. So it's 2 in 1.
There you go. Also, somebody's avatar looks like John Romero. I'm still enjoying that.
Wait, I'm gonna guess which one you're talking about.
Yeah, that sounds like wait.
Oh, is it this?
Yeah.
100%.
Who's this look like?
John Romero, former harmonic artist, very, very talented.
Okay, what the heck have I been doing sleeping on this bass disc?
Right?
What's wrong with me?
Oh, So Canada. Can I tell you something? You know how there's the character that's like, that's So Canada? That was supposed to be cut. So when I did I did a pass and like talked to Morgan and Derby and was like, I don't like any of these lines, they're weird, cut them. And they were like, cool, no problem, because they're nice and very professional. And then Derby, I think Derby somehow missed That's So Canada. And I was playing and I heard it and I was like, does he still say That's So Canada? And he was like, yes, I was waiting to see if you would notice. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. I don't know how it happened. And I was like, okay, it's fine. But just now I kind of love it because it's like a weird thing that slipped through that was just meant to be like a placeholder. Like Derby was just like really overtired and wrote this weird line, I think. Morgan, correct me if I'm wrong. If that's a Morgan line, I also want to know.
I think maybe.
Now I kind of love
Here's
it.
my guess. If it is Morgan, it's because he was thinking about one of our shared favorite artists, the one, the only, Celine Dion. And like, she is quite literally so Canada, and that's top tier music. So like, tell us, Morgan, was it you or Derby? Because I would like confirmation on this. Oh, that's
Yeah.
Derby. Oh, thanks, Celine. Correct.
Yeah. There were way weirder ones that did get cut. But
I'm glad it made it because that is deadass. If it's an option, that is always the feedback I choose. Like, I will always pick So Canada. So thanks, Derby. Good shout.
I like it now because like low-key political.
See, like,
Yeah, we're
I
not gonna
wonder
do
what
So
that
USA. Like, I love this.
Yeah, I was just saying, I was like, I like this.
Y'all don't stop using effects. I will cry right now. I will do it. You make me so happy. It's like watching people graduate. Like, it's just so satisfying to see all these things you've been talking about, like, happen in real time. Stop to do this live.
Oh, you're making Zoe have the bass, nasty bass.
You know, you just drop those little trap drums on it. Little, Wow, great ending. Crypto has been one of my favorite mixes for a minute now. Like, I've never heard a bad set come from you ever.
So good.
Alright, give me some country. I know Helen loves the Rage Against the Machine, but big surprise, it sounds best when paired with Shania Twain vocals. So like,
This surprised me zero.
that just like really spoke to me. That just,
Riley's in worship over Shania Twain.
yes.
Shania Twain gets played on the guitar a great deal in my house. There are a lot of Shania songs that if you just beat them up just a little bit, they're instantly a pop song. And they,
I love that.
I expect a recording of Any Man of Mine tonight.
ooh, okay.
I know you've got guitar and bass in that house right now, so like, I expect it soon. Like, y'all have been putting in the time. You hear these mixes, like, I'm trying to drop y'all some emojis, but I just want to sit back and listen. It sounds so good.
I just watch those corgis all day.
Oh my god.
I gotta follow everybody because this is too good not to.
Okay.
People love our boy Brick. Brick, Smash Mouth, they're huge. They're huge. And honestly, I get it. The drums were never gonna give you up. Actually, fire. Like really,
Yeah.
really good. That's another one. That's one of my favorite moves. That little tape stop right at the end of your set. I love you guys. Thank you. Oh my god, this person has the exact song I'm looking for. This is exactly what I need. This is my song, y'all. Oh my god, please satisfy my request. Please. We're getting to it. I'm too excited. We're throwing the custom strings on. Okay. Do y'all see Morgan's comment right now?
I do. I did. I giggled. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, this mix is fire, but I do have to address that, like, Morgan has been doing this thing. I don't know if he's, like, reading my diary or doing, like, deep personal research on me, but it's literally, like, every other day, he just says something, like, really offhand, like, speaks directly to my spirit. He's like, oh, yeah, I was just listening to It's All Coming Back to Me Now by Celine Dion. Or he's like, oh, yeah, have you heard of Michael Jackson? Like, have you just never heard of this person? I'm like, where are you from? Like, I'm telling you, it's been the weirdest thing the last 3 weeks. It's like, I'm trying not to be OD, because, like, we're just talking on Slack, and I don't want to scare him, but I'm like, are you my soulmate, Morgan? Like, what are you trying to tell me?
Here's the thing that I have with Morgan that I want to tell him about right now. I'm going to speak directly to the camera. I'm in season 4 of DS9. It is so good. All I want to do is watch DS9 now. First couple seasons, good. I'm getting into know these characters. Great, fine. Season 4. Oh my god. I'm so in for this. So thanks for the ride.
Morgan, we love you. Thanks for all you do. Thanks for hanging out with us on stream. You're a king. Let's see what I want to hear. Ooh, a little schoolboy cue.
Uh-oh. That's like,
Amanda said, I'm listening. The bongos in that drum track from Sugar Hill Gang, like, unmatched. Alright, so we're entering our last 32 bars of this session, and I have to say, like, doesn't it feel so nice to have more space in co-op freestyle? Like, I was into the mode as it was, but really, shout out to our team that made this happen, because it is a totally different experience. I mean, being able to let those mixes breathe and have the time to tell a full story. I mean, UEG's in the same turn right now, and this mix sounds like an entirely different person. Like, there's so much space now, and it's really incredible.
really just have like a newfound appreciation for music after watching people play FUSER. Like, I'm always just so amazed by what people come up with and what they mix. Oh my goodness.
It really is incredible how creative the community is. Like,
Yeah.
it's a testament to how diverse the community is too, right? Like, even on this call, like, we we all, I'm sure, could find. Yep, Crypto killed it. Yep, Crypto killed it. I saw the hottest mix coming. But, you know, even us on this call, we all have totally different music styles, I would say, that we probably primarily listen to. Riley's deep in her Radio Disney vibe. Helen exclusively listens to Joan Jett. Savannah's listening to Schoolboy Q right now instead of the stream. But
You just exposed me so hard right now.
here's the thing, I can say that because I too am on that vibe,
Oh.
Riley. Like, I know
know.
what you speak of, man. Like, don't worry. Yeah, we've had this conversation. I think
Yeah,
I sent you my
we got a lot
playlist.
of crossover.
Yeah. But that's the thing, right? Like, even though I almost exclusively listen to like 70s soul and funk music and like pretend that I'm in Studio 54 listening to Diana Ross or Donna Summer, we all have these sort of overlaps where like it's super different, but we can sort of meet on these general similar genres. And that's sort of what's happening in FUSER is like, I love soul, I love R&B sort of music, but, you know, Helen loves rock music, and through our connecting, through our playing together, I'm gonna get exposed to music that I probably would have brought my own bias and prejudice to, but suddenly I'm learning about how it can enhance R&B music, it can enhance rap and hip hop. Like, there are ways that you can marry these things that seem like they shouldn't go together, but then you hear it and you're like, no, it belonged together this whole time. Like, oh my God.
Yes. Yes. And I feel like I do have like a different appreciation for, because sometimes you have to, you know, I feel like there were a lot of bands or genres that I wasn't that into until I started playing music. And that's because I wasn't really hearing the isolated instruments. I would hear it like just as like a unit. And now, you know, and I think FUSER can highlight that for you where you're like, oh my God, this bass part is crazy. Like I wasn't necessarily listening to it before. And I love that about it.
Right, 100%. Now, Helen, that's a super interesting point you bring up that, I mean, we're working with some pretty incredible loops here in FUSER, and like that in and of itself, finding those and having, you know, a connection with music rights holders to have access to that kind of super sacred information, you know? I mean, these are some of the greatest songs of all time from some of the world's biggest artists, and this is their life's work that we're manipulating and turning into something totally different, and that's like a huge ask for artists. So shout out to our music partners. Thank you for letting us experiment and play with these things. But can you tell us a little bit about like how do you approach them and be like, hey, your song's great, but what if I put Rage Against the Machine on it?
It was hard enough to get artists, especially like early on when we were trying to get, you know, licenses for early games. And now I have like this, like I'm fond of like any artist that would like license to us, especially early. But you know what's nice now? It is easier, but it is still like we basically do what you just described. Like, can we license your song for a video game? Also, we're gonna like chop it up and let our players like do whatever they want to it, and they're gonna mix it with all these other artists, some of whom you probably aren't friends with, and like, can we do that? And it's amazing to see who's like, yep, I get it, I get the vision here, for sure. And like it's more and more all the time, especially, you know, now that I think they a lot of our partners and artists like trust us because they know we will handle their like secret music carefully, and you know, it's like it's not going to sound bad. People are going to make awesome things, and
Right.
I think people are a lot more open now than they were like 10 years ago to having their music manipulated and transformed into something cool and new.
100%. And I mean, that's like remixes even. That's something that's always been big, but in the last, 10, 20 years, it's grown exponentially into this culture that we see where one of the hottest songs of last year that's in FUSER, Lil Nas X, coming with Old Town Road, got remixed how many times? And each of them was amazing for a totally different reason, and it was something so unexpected, and artists that you didn't. I mean, if you told me that the musical highlight of 2019 was going to be a young gay black man and Billy Ray Cyrus, I really wouldn't have known how to respond to that. Like, what do you mean by that? And suddenly there's this unexpected merging of two different genres, this country, hip hop, pop sort of vibe that come together, and like music, does sort of bridge borders. It's like it's an opportunity to connect and sort of go outside of your own bias and prejudice that you might bring in musically speaking, and like to see things like that happen in real time, I think did set the stage for a game like this where you can be like, hey, I know that you're a hardcore country artist, but listen to this R&B bass line underneath it, and then my little ethnomusicologist self wants to get into, whether if you really get into it, they're all from the same music. So if you really want to talk about it, it's all starting, you know, you have remnants of blues in country music, you have gospel in country music, you've got so much of a pop influence or rap influence in pop. Like, there's not really true genres so much as you see anymore, and this is sort of speaking to that realization that, like, borders are being crossed, man. Like, people are getting outside of their box and trying new things, and like, it's beautiful. It sounds so good. Speaking of that connection and crossing over, I'm actually super excited about this mix because this is something from UEG Spartan 300, who, as I've told you, has been somebody who's been hanging out with us for a minute now, but he actually took a mix that was made by one of our other community members, Pooja, who was on stream with us last week, helped us with that Diplo vs. the World event. He actually listened to one of her mixes, took where she left off, and then extended upon that mix on his own accord and recorded us a mix to listen to. So I'm super pumped to listen to this because that to me is so cool. The idea of like taking a snapshot's one thing, but hearing something that somebody really liked and actually then going in and building and just expanding upon the rest of that mix is pretty freaking cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop into this. I cannot wait to hear what you made. Let's get into it. So this is where Pooja's mix had last left off, and now this is an extension upon that, which I think is just like dope. Oh yes, this is the Pooja mix. Pooja, this one's for you. I got a mix from UEG last week, so this one's for Pooja here. Oh my god, love mantra. Love, 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 love this drum disc.
This is awesome.
This is, if you don't know, a great mix for Pooja too. I see her in chat, she's already talking about it, but this is like, just like saxophone and hot stuff is me, this is pretty spot on for her, I think. Alright, bring the tempo up, let's go.
Nice.
Playing with those deck controls. That fade in and fade out, y'all don't neglect it. That is a super helpful tool for sort of leading into transitions, coming out of them, getting set up for an ending, or just like going into sort of a different mode or style in the mix. That's killing. I love the idea. I love that you expanded upon somebody else's mix, and I loved how it sounded. Like another, I have nothing, good vibes, great mix, dope idea. Thanks for sharing. I'm gonna head back and bring these lovely ladies back up on screen with me. So let me hop into here real quick because y'all have been so generous to spend this time with us. Thank you so much for hanging out. I want to be respectful. Don't worry, I'm gonna evaluate a couple more mixes and stick around, but I know that y'all have lots to be doing, so I want to make sure we get a chance to say goodbye. And thank you so much for hanging out on stream, talking with us, and just being amazing. And of course, like, all the work that y'all do every day to keep harmonics going. Y'all who've been enjoying FUSER, you definitely have these three people to thank because they work super hard every day, not only to make games happen, but to make sure the people that make games happen have their stuff together. So like, y'all really are working super hard. We appreciate it, and truly, like, couldn't have the stream, couldn't have this game, couldn't do what we do without you. So thank you so much for showing up the way you do. It is super appreciated by me and by extension the entire community. So thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Happy to be here. Come hang anytime. Come back. Come evaluate some mix with us. Maybe next time we'll all hop into a co-op session together and we can see what you got. I know the competition's stiff though on the FUSER sessions. I mean, this community, they don't come to play, but as you can tell, it's good vibes only here. People, it's all love between everybody. Everybody's super supportive, which is something I've definitely appreciated from the FUSER community. But when dope people make your game, dope people play your game is the only thing I can come up with. Like, look at y'all. So
It's just facts.
I mean, I don't argue with science. I don't know what to tell you. Well, I'm going to let y'all head out. I'm going to spend some time with the community and go through a couple more mixes. But thank you so much, Helen, for hanging out with us. Thank you, Riley. And of course, thank you, Savannah, for being here. Thank you for everything. I miss them already, but I do want to go ahead and get into evaluating a couple more mixes while I have you here, because I still have yet to give away the very elusive mix of the week. We've got a couple mixes that people have submitted that I really, really enjoyed. I'm going to go ahead into social and check out the... Excuse me. Oh, no, I'm going to go into Giving Me Chills, because as you know, there was an amazing mix that came from Stork in a Hat, but there were a couple other mixes that I really, or Stork in a Cool Hat, excuse me. Where are you? Okay, but there was another mix that I really, really liked and wanted to give a comeback by Stork in a Cool Hat. There we go. There was another mix that I really enjoyed and wanted to give a shout out, which was Space Wave from Guy Montag, I believe was the username. But I want to show off this mix because I loved what they submitted. It wasn't precisely to, it's a brilliant, like, ambient sort of sounding mix. That quick little drop from the synth bells switched up with the Eyes track. I love this. I'm sorry, I talked over that whole thing, and that's like my favorite part, so I want to give y'all a chance to hear it. Oh, that's my favorite part of the whole mix. Sorry to ruin your vibe, but I gotta bring that back because it's too good. Killing. Like, brilliant. Use the synth bells. It was an ambient mix. Personally, I'm biased. I love Time for Crime, so I love that those tracks got dropped in. I'm going to go ahead and give Guy Montag a follow, but I'm also going to give Guy Montag
Mix of the week.
because it was so good. I hope y'all like that new segment because I really like it. We're pretty high tech here nowadays. I really loved that mix though. Congratulations, Guy. You did incredible. Go ahead and follow Guy Montag. Go ahead and listen to that mix on your own. But Space Wave Get Lifted sounded amazing. Was spot on with the the challenge of the week. So thank you so much for your submission, and everybody be sure to be submitting to different events. Be sure to just be uploading different mixes on your profile, because I do go in here, check out mixes all the time, sort of peruse in these profiles and look for some different mixes that I want to feature here on stream to share with the community, because I love giving people ideas for what they can mix themselves. Guy Montag had an amazing mix that I think gave a lot of people ideas for what they could do, creating some more chill, ambient sounds. I saw some comments in chat just talking about how good the vibes were, and I could not agree more. So I'm gonna go ahead and look in chat and look for a couple more people who want to have their mixes shown on screen. So go ahead and drop your names in here. I see we've got one. I'm gonna go ahead and look for Chris. Oh, no, not typing in the right place. Again, that's okay. Chris and 1726. Let's see who comes up. Boom, Chris right there. I'll go ahead and give you a follow. I like your avatar. And let's go ahead and listen to your mixes. Now, I don't know if you had a mix specifically you wanted me to listen to, but ooh, I already know what Oh man, you've got 2 OPP. Okay. Ooh, Funk Psycho. I think I'm gonna go to OPP. There it is, because that looks right up my alley. So I'm gonna get into it. Be dropping in your usernames and the title of the mix you want me to watch. If you have a specific one, if you're chill with me watching whatever, just go ahead and drop your name and I will pick one. Man, I was right. I already like it. Why is this track so good? Tag team, you really did something on this. Wow, that's wild at that high tempo. See, that's exactly what you're talking about earlier on stream with those incredible ladies who joined us. That's just something who knows that they're doing. Spend some time. You know where those swaps are being used.
Show you the way. There it is. Let me hear you say.
That was killing. Yes. Thank you, Chris. That sounded amazing. Oh, why did it take me so long to get that? OPP, there it is, aka oop, there it is. That's killing. I quite like that. That is a dang good mix. Thank you so much for sharing. I don't really have any criticism. I really liked it. If you have any ideas, go ahead and drop them in chat. But I really liked your use of swapping. And you know, I've been really preaching that I want to hear people using effects, but like I've been saying also, less is sometimes more. Like that mix was just a great vibe and a great sound. You don't need to do too much just because you can. This is something that obviously sounded good and didn't need any more doctoring than it already had. So great mix, and thanks for sharing. Let's go ahead and look for a couple more. Let's see. We've got Mr. J-Star in the chat. I want to listen to what you've been making because we've been talking about FUSER for quite some time. You've been hanging out with us. Am I in the right one? Did I spell it right? Yes, I did. Okay, is this you? I'm not sure. You can go ahead. Oh, no, here we go. I already follow you. I knew I had you somewhere. All right. All the stars in the house. All right, the Juice Lady. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Bodak Street Fire. That actually is a great name. What a sucker mix. Oh my god. Okay, here's the thing. I know every single one of these is fire. Man, you've been mixing. Okay, I'll go to one of your more recent ones. I'm gonna go with the Juice Lady because I have a feeling one of my favorite songs is gonna be in here. Ooh, we've got Alan Ruck back in chat. Good to see you. I'm gonna go ahead and take a listen to that mix because I know it's gonna be fire. J-Star, love your avatar. I love the one thing guitar over that bleeped out swear word. That was pretty slick. But yeah, I'm with this. Love that vibe mixed with Amaru One Thing and Lil Cardi. Ah, there you go. Instant like. Love that vibe. I also love that you're using the holiday crowd items. We've got some candy canes and ornaments that came with the update that are free and available to you if you have FUSER right now. Mr. J-Star, I don't know what to tell you. You already know how I feel about your mixes. They're killing all the time, and I appreciate you sharing them. I appreciate you hanging out with us on stream. Like, I'm not going to give you any criticism. I'll just wait for you to give me some tips for how to make my mixes better, because I think that's sort of where we're at by this point. So that's what I'm thinking. All right, so let's see if I can find Alan. I saw that you submitted you wanted us to listen to some of your mixes. Let's see, I think that fast transitions. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Oh, we've got a DJ Z.O.E mix. Thank you. Y'all know I'm biased. I'm gonna click into him. Yes, you can go ahead and share your mixes. We've got a question coming in through the Twitch chat. Go ahead and drop your username and the mix title you want me to show. I'm going through some of them right now, so, let me know what you like. Alright, I'm feeling this vibraphone. You know I love these. It's actually a swing sounding sample, so it adds just like this incredible texture that I don't really notice in any other songs that are in FUSER, so be sure to take a look. Come on, hot stuff! Should the vibraphone have been in hot stuff originally? I don't know, you tell me. Stuff. You already know. I don't know why I say it every time, but I have to because I love it so much. Alright, I love that you brought back that theme. I've been saying this for a couple weeks now, so you already know how I feel, but I think it is really important when you're telling a musical narrative. You want to not sort of, that's not true. That's not a blanket statement you can really make, right? Like sometimes you do want to introduce a theme at the beginning and transition to something totally different at the end, but I definitely have an appreciation for players who are able to think about it as like a full, almost like a closed circle, right? Like you're coming back and reintroducing some of your original themes that you had in your mix, like we just saw Alan Ruck did. So thank you, another killing mix. Yes, we see the love coming up for you in chat. We've got another short mix that I'm going to go ahead and take a look at, coming from somebody who's new to FUSER sessions. So hey, welcome. I am, okay, let's see if I can do this. That's hard one-handed. X Fry. I think it might, oh, well that's C Fry. Here we go, but it came up anyways. Ooh, love the avatar. Yes, this looks fire. I'm gonna have to give myself something like that. But you've got a Latin mix that we're gonna go ahead and give a listen to real quick. You said it's short, but that's fine. No matter if it's 8 measures or all the way up to, 64, whatever your vibe is, we wanna go ahead and listen to it because I'm trying to learn.
Mi música no discrimina a nadie, así que vamos a romper. Toda mi gente se mueve. Mira el ritmo como los tiene. Hago música que entretiene. El mundo nos quiere, me quiere a mí.
Los DJ no mienten, le gusta a mi gente y eso se fue muy bien. No le bajamos, mas nunca paramos, es otro palo y blanco.
¿Y dónde está mi gente? Me fue a bouger la tête. ¿Y dónde está mi gente?
So one thing that I absolutely love here is the fact that I think I have a tendency when I'm playing with like a lot of Latin or Caribbean tracks, I always bump it up to a super fast tempo, which is like not necessarily when it's most impactful. I like that this sat back a little bit into that groove at a little bit slower BPM than like at least what I normally gravitate towards. And I definitely appreciate that when like I am a pretty energetic person, so practicing patience can be a little difficult for me, but when you can, it definitely pays off because you can hear that it's like a little bit more chill and subdued of a vibe, which is like super appreciated. So thank you for sharing your mix, and yeah, I really like that. I'm gonna get into just a couple more mixes before we go. Before I do that, even though, I do want to take a moment to let you know we have some super exciting stuff going on in FUSER. One of them being that we have some giveaways that we're running right now that I am pumped about because we're actually giving away some really cool stuff, one of them being one of the VIP FUSER bundles. So in this, we've got everything from custom FUSER Adidas shoes, FUSER water bottle, FUSER Beats headphones, FUSER Ray-Bans, a custom t-shirt and hat that is exclusive to you, in addition to a absolutely gorgeous suitcase that it all comes in. And this is something we're giving away for the 12 days of Mixmas. So be sure, if you've not done so already, go follow us. You want to be following us. We're doing so many giveaways that you want to make sure you're keeping in touch with everything that's going on FUSER socials, because we're trying to give you all the FUSER swag, all the codes, DLC, VIP editions of the game. We're doing tons of giveaways throughout the next few days as we approach the holidays. So if you're not already, go into Facebook, go into Instagram, go into Twitter, and follow us at FUSER Game. Be sure you're also keeping up with us on Discord. Make sure you're hanging out with us here on Twitch. If you haven't done so, go ahead and press that follow button, and make sure you're staying tuned with like the latest and greatest FUSER news. We are on day 5 of Mixmas, and we are going to go ahead. I'll drop in this link right here so y'all can see it. I'm going to drop this in the twitch.tv/FuserGame chat, but I'm dropping a link to a Gleam sweepstakes that we're doing, a giveaway of the FUSER VIP Influencer Pack, which, like I said, Beats headphones, a dope FUSER branded suitcase, custom Adidas, y'all. Like, you might not know this about me, but like, I'm an Adidas kind of girl, and like, I literally have probably like 30 some pairs of Adidas shoes in this room right next to me. So like, I'm gonna be jealous of whoever wins this, and it is super cool. You will not want to miss out on it if you are eligible. So be sure to head to at FUSER Game on Twitter, Facebook, like I said. Keep up with us and all the giveaways we're doing. It is worthwhile. So I'm gonna go ahead and, yeah, Morgan, where are my custom Adidas? I like shoes. I have feet. I can't complain though, because I've got these dope custom FUSER headphones, so like, I'm already making out pretty well. I'm gonna go ahead and look at another mix. Let's see, Jester, Fofo, nope, Fo, 112. Let's go ahead and see what you got. I'll go ahead and drop follow right there, and let's go ahead and listen to your mix. You wanted me to listen Love Among the Stars. You got it, dude. Let's go ahead and see what you have been working on.
In front of each other, lost in one another. You held me so tight, and it felt like I was home, just the two of us alone. Let's talk about love. Is it anything you want for? I didn't feel on you. I never feel on you. 'Cause I'm gonna love you, love you.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna love you, honest start to close. Nothing you say is gonna honest start to close. So still gonna love you, honest start to close. Tell me what you gonna do to me.
And they left in Kendrick. Oh my God, so good.
Bring more, but you can't bring the truth to me. You ain't know your expectations. I don't even want your congratulations. I recognize your false confidence and calculated promises all in your conversation. I hate people that feel entitled. Look at me crazy cause I ain't invite you. Or you important, you the moral to the story. You endorsing what the fuck, I don't even like you. Corrupt a man's heart with a gift. That's how you find out who you're dealing with. It's small percentage you I'm building with. I want the credit if I'm losing or I'm winning. On my moment, that's the realest shit.
Bro, what? y'all know I always have something to say. I don't even know how to praise that. That was so smooth. Like, coming in so soft with that intro, instant vibe, and then the way you transition into a totally different sort of, I mean, that was incredible. That is somebody who is telling a sonic story, right? Like, that started, I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss. I don't know. I have no constructive criticism. I have no criticism. That was, I feel like, a masterclass in a freestyle mix. There's nothing really else to say about that. Wow, shout out. You really, really crushed that. Y'all, if you're looking for some good mixes, I know I'm going to be up in this profile later listening to some other stuff, trying to cop a little inspiration. Definitely snag a few snapshots. I'm wow, at a total loss for how good that was. That was absolutely incredible. That's wow, great work. Yeah, like I said, if you're interested in listening to some other great mixes, I see that you've got a couple others that you've recorded and that you've shared. So if you're looking for somebody to follow, Death Jester is definitely somebody you want to go ahead and take a look at, because that mix was incredible. Wow, yeah, that sounds amazing. All right, we've got one more mix that I'm going to go ahead and look at before we call it a night this evening. Yep, I am. And we're going to go with Burno Ray here. Burno Ray, maybe it'll come up without even the number. Brilliant, 2755. All right, so Bernard, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and listen to, ooh, Synthetic Bells. I really like that. Funk Life Jolene, I also like that. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe, I don't know, all of these sound good. See, this is what I'm talking about. Give me good names. This is like, I would be down to listen to any of these. I think I will go with Funk Life Jolene, because y'all know I love Jolene. We love Dolly Parton in this house, so let's go ahead and listen to it funkified.
Funk Soul Brother, right about now. Funk Soul Brother, check it out now. Funk Soul Brother.
That's another one. I used the Rockefeller skit all the time when I first started, and I've like sort of slept on it since. Y'all know how I feel about Bring Me to Life. Y'all know how I feel about this song.
He talks about you in his sleep, and there's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name.
Ooh, I really like this. I love it. I love it. I vibe with that wholeheartedly. I selfishly want a little more Dolly vocals, but I like what you did with the Rockefeller Skank right there. That was pretty solid. Bring me to life, funk, 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 funk. Y'all crack me up. But yeah, another killing mix. No bad mixes, y'all. Y'all killed it today. Thank you so much for bringing the fire and making it so easy to hang out and talk about, because it sounded incredible. Wow, yeah, that was such an amazing night. I can tell that y'all are putting in the hours and really putting in the work to sort of master freestyle, to master FUSER. Thank you so much. Like, it really does mean the world just to see people spending the time and getting really great and wanting to share their mixes and wanting to hang out with us. It has been a blast, and all this is doing is making me more excited for next week. Like, I can't wait to see what more people are coming with. And be sure to come back and hang out with us and chat. If you didn't get a chance to have your mix stream tonight, be sure to come back next week. We'll do it again. Drop your mixes in Discord in the meantime. Share what you're making, and I'll be sure to check it out there. Follow us on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. Drop mixes on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Show us what you're working with. We are loving watching how creative y'all are being with this game, and it's been super exciting and super enjoyable, and I can't wait to come back next week, which we will be streaming next week. But if you're planning on joining us next week, beware, we will post this on socials, but the stream is actually going to be happening on Wednesday because of the holiday week. So be sure to tune in next week, same place, twitch.tv/FuserGame, Harmonix, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you prefer to watch. We will be here, but it's going to be at 7 p.m. on Wednesday. So Wednesday the 23rd, we'll be here, we'll be mixing, so make sure to submit some mixes to the event in the meantime. Be sure to Drop your username in chat, drop the title of your mix that you want me to watch, join our Discord, follow us on socials, participate in the 12 days of Mixmas, y'all. We are giving away some dope items, tonight being one of the absolute dopest, which is actually a FUSER VIP influencer bundle, which includes everything from custom Ray-Bans, custom Adidas shoes. Like, if y'all win this, I expect you to send me that pair of shoes. Now I'm playing. I would never take away the Adidas from somebody, but I'm a little jealous. I'm not going to lie. These are absolutely gorgeous. So make sure you're submitting to the giveaways. Like I said, follow us on socials to keep up with what giveaways are going on. We're doing something different every day. So stay in touch and stay tuned because you're going to want to win this stuff. It's pretty incredible. Thank you, Dan Fan. That's exactly what I was alluding to. I almost said it, but I didn't. I'm glad I didn't have to. Somebody else did. Yes, Nerdcore MMA is streaming all the time, so be sure to check out his streams. He does some amazing stuff. Another FUSER master. If you're looking for a masterclass, those streams are a great place to check it out. So like I said, follow us on socials. We'll see you here next week, next Wednesday. In the meantime, keep mixing. I'll see y'all in co-op freestyle. And thank you so much for spending the time with us. Y'all stay safe. Have a good week, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Night, y'all.
To everyone at home who dreams of being a superstar DJ, it's time to dream bigger. To everyone at home who dreams of being a superstar DJ, it's time to dream bigger. Everyone at home, just bust the move. With FUSER, now anyone, yeah anyone, can be a DJ.